What's going on, Vol Nation? It's your boy Vol Rising, and today's going to be a recap and preview. Recapping ETSU. Most people thought that we would come in this year and just be the worst team in the nation, worst team in the SEC. Some even believed that we could go 9 wins. We quickly found out that wasn't happening. Some people said after we lost the West Virginia game that our season was just completely over, that we had no hope. Clearly, they were mistaken. We found some bright spots in our offense. We found some bright spots in our defense. Of course, with a 4-8 team, there's going to be stuff that needs worked on, that needs figuring out, that needs fixed. Our offensive line, I mean, it's just the whole right side. I said before that it was Ryan Johnson that was doing most of the missed tackles, missed blockings. But really, it's just their whole right side. The whole right side. Now, that could be fixed just by gelling the boys together on the right side. Just getting them to figure out what they need to do, how they need to block, figuring out the plays. Because I believe that's most of it. They probably don't know all the plays, so of course they're going to mess up on whether it's a run play or whether it's a pass play, what kind of protection, all that stuff. Our D-line, there's some good spots in it. There really is. There's great spots in this. One thing I would say is not just the D-line, but linebackers in general. If we're going to blitz 6 men, put 6 men in the box, maybe 7. We need to bring that pressure and not just sit back on our toes. Look, you can't afford to send 6 men to the quarterback and not get pressure at all. That's a clear mismatch with any team, with a Utep, with ETSU. ETSU shouldn't have any drives against us. It's plain and simple. Oh, but along with the offensive line, I mean, this guy Ryan Johnson, he couldn't cover his dinner plate if you asked him to. We have to have somebody better. I'm just glad that he's moved to center, to where somebody else can take his place on the right tackle, right guard, wherever he was. I know they mismatched him in different positions a couple of times. There's a lot of missed assignments. You look at Nigel Warrior. Last 2 games, he's played out of position a lot of times, and you can't have that in SEC play. It's plain and simple. You cannot have that, or they're going to throw all over your ass. Again, with linebackers pressure, Jonathan Kongbo, okay, he had 1 tackle for West Virginia. Didn't have a 1 for this game. So he's at 0.5 tackles a game. That's, for an SEC linebacker, that's horrible. I mean, we could get somebody out of Conference USA to play better than he does. But here's the thing. I don't think we're the worst in the SEC. I mean, you look at the Florida game, they played like crap. Kentucky played like crap. I'm glad they got the win. I'm really glad. I mean, first time since 1986. Transferring over to Utep, though. All right, Utep, there's no secret. This team is horrible. I mean, horrible. This is their games. All right. Northern Arizona, they lost 30-10. That could have been a blowout game. There's no reason that Utep couldn't have beat this team. No reason at all. They should have beat this team. They're clear. They should have been a clear favorite for this game. I don't know what's up with them. I seriously don't. Utep versus UNLV. That's Nevada, Las Vegas. They also lost that game 52-24. That's just awful. Awful. This game should be a really good game for Tennessee. But it's no... Their offensive coordinator is Mike Canales. All right, he was their quarterback coach last year. That has to be a reason why they're not doing any good this year. Yeah, he spent 34 years in college football, but I wouldn't want that guy as my offensive coordinator. He couldn't coach a quarterback for shit. Why do you think why should he even coach a team? Moving along to UTEP, they're impact players. And y'all know I do this every week. Their impact players is Kaya Loxley. He's quarterback. If I remember correctly, he played for... he didn't really play, but he was on the roster for Texas, Iowa Community College, and some other teams. I believe he's a junior this year. He's their leading rusher. He's a dual threat. He can escape pressure whenever he wants. This guy reminds me of a lot of Josh Dobbs. Caleb Beverly, he's a defensive back, really good player. Overall, my prediction for the game is 45-0. They don't score a touchdown. They can't compare to the SEC. I hope y'all have a good day. Go sub up BVD, Volunteer Roadshow, Uncle Lou, all of them. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Blessed. God bless y'all. And go Vols, baby!
I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.